What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G Might As Well podcast. So right now we're going to be talking about the Arizona Cardinals, obviously the New England Patriots, Monday Night Football, Week 14 to close out the week. And it started off so badly for Kyler Murray. It's really not an exciting thing. Like 90 seconds into the game, bro, it was just like, those non-contact injuries, it's something bad. All right, he was rehabbing, I believe, off of a hamstring. So it's definitely, when you're already injured and you're undersized and you rely heavily on speed to move around and do those things, it's not a good look. So the Cardinals overall, we knew that they weren't playing at the level that we thought they would to start the season. It's been a very disappointing season for the Arizona Cardinals to begin with. But not only that, bro, when you think about all the things that happened with the contract with Kyler Murray to start, they, pretty much he got exposed, most likely by Cliff Kingsbury. The outrage and the rant that happened that we saw live on TV, in which he showed that he has no respect for his coach. There's a lot going on with the team right now. I don't know what the plan would be going forward, but I would say that it's probably a very tough time to be a Cardinals fan. So we're going to talk about the game. I just wanted to go ahead and say that, man. Hopefully he heals up pretty well. But again, the way the team's been playing with him, it's not like, it's sort of like this, right? When people talk about Tua, and Tua had the bad game, he didn't come out and come through against the Chargers, but Tua has been able to at least turn heads this year. Kyler Murray has not been that guy throughout the entirety of this season. So it's not like him being there gives him the best chance to win, in my opinion. Like I said, a lot of things have been going on. People have been making fun of him about, playing Call of Duty, all that stuff. But like I said, being injured is not a cool thing. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you be out there and be trash and then we can just say whatever we want. But because he got injured, it's not something that we, go crazy about. Although, like I said, prior to that, he wasn't really playing well. All right. So the bottom line about this game is that Mac Jones came in, right? After raging at his his offensive coordinator about, stop running the ball, passing the ball and stuff like that. The Patriots actually had a dominant second half to win the game, against the Cardinals. So it wasn't a situation where it's just like, all right, they weren't at least in the game with Colt McCoy. Although Colt McCoy is not the real McCoy, that dude's garbage. He's been able to do certain things with the offense. That pocket passer type thing has worked a little bit for him because he's 1-1 this season, I believe. But we're going to go ahead and start looking at some of the things that's been going on. It's a very, very interesting thing, though, because people don't really seem to realize a lot of these quarterbacks that are getting hurt. Trey Lance, obviously we're talking about Kyler Murray right now. What's the dude that they don't want to pay him? Lamar Jackson. These quarterbacks rely heavily on their mobility, right? When you're a pocket passer, you can see what happens with pocket passers. Like Tom Brady, he's 77 years old and he's still playing football. I don't know why he's playing football, but that's what he's doing. Based on what we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks, I have no idea why the man's still playing football, but that's not what this is about. We're going to focus in on this because the Patriots, as much as look, I don't know what's going on with the Patriots. I don't believe they're going to do anything. I don't believe they're going to shock anybody with an upset. I don't believe Bill Belichick is the same coach he was when he had Tom Brady. And now that Tom Brady's gone and Tom Brady's 93 years old, I know his age just went up again, but you guys are getting my point. He's very old at this point in the National Football League. But listen, that's besides the point. The bottom line about all of what's happening is that I was also impressed when Kyler Murray's teammates took a knee around him when he got injured. These are the things that you see, it's like kind of weird when you watch these football games because you can tell who the team cares about. Like how Nick Foles and Carson Wentz got hurt and they built the shrine for Nick Foles, and the way that they responded around Nick Foles versus Carson Wentz, you kind of know that the team cares. Now, I don't know what the situation is as far as leadership is with Kyler Murray, because most of what happens, it doesn't look and appear to us. I don't know, maybe you guys can let me know. It doesn't appear to the viewer, like myself, that he's a leader. That type of thing. Like, it just looks like he's a decent quarterback and the players respond to him, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't look like he has that, that outright leadership situation. So that I wanted to point that out because I was very impressed with that. So now let's talk about Colt McCoy and what's going to be going forward, right? This right here, what's happening, they got like 4 final games left. I do not believe, okay, unless Carson, why am I thinking about Carson Wentz? Unless Kyler Murray is Iron Man, dude, after he got his second suit, I don't think he's coming back. by the time you guys watch this podcast, it may have already been released that he definitely has an ACL tear. So, looking forward, right? I don't think at this point that the Cardinals are a threat to anyone but themselves, dude. Because Colt McCoy, let me go ahead and give you some about Colt McCoy, dude. That dude is garbage, bruh. Okay, so we're gonna have to take a look at what was going on. So let me just go ahead and break this down real quick for you guys so you understand. He entered the game immediately, so pretty much it's a full game, because 90 seconds into the game he got hurt. He threw for 246 yards, 27 of 40 passing, and had an interception against New England. He was sacked 6 times, all right? 27-13 loss, everybody knows that, whatever, okay? So I don't know if we even should, I'm just letting you guys know this, based on just the way that the league is going. More than likely, right, we won't see Kyler until next year. So you got a very, very hefty contract, which is what you just gave him, similar to what's going on with Russell Wilson. I don't know. I would say that, obviously Kyler Murray played better than Russell Wilson. I mean, like a newborn infant, just like dropping out of the vagina will play better than what Russell Wilson has been doing currently. But we're not going to see Kyler until next year. So pretty much this season's over. I just wanted to I wanted to kind of like mellow it in, because I know a lot of you guys are fans of the teams. So I didn't want to just come right on and say, yo, bro, you guys are done. More than likely, you Cardinal fans knew you were done already, but I wanted to kind of ease it in to let you guys know that, ease it in. You know what I'm saying? Happy Gilmore, bro, ease it in. I got to let you guys understand this. Not only are you guys done this season, if you guys don't figure out what you're going to do, because remember, DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, I don't know what he was doing. Some people say he's on steroids. Look, bro, I don't know what's happening. He was suspended. If you guys don't figure out how to get some help, receiving core wise, with other than DeAndre Hopkins, for Kyler Murray coming into next season, the Cardinals will continue to struggle. Defensively, they didn't make as much noise as I thought they would this year. I thought that them boys would be out there balling on a regular basis. We had some breakout games, and we had some games where it's like, what are you guys doing? Are you guys here to play today, or like what's happening? You guys want to play football? So realistically speaking, looking forward, I don't really like the chances of them, even like just being successful. I think they had that breakout year last year, and then they just faltered towards the end. Kyler Murray may be a guy that can lead them to the playoffs eventually. I just don't like their chances right now, especially with him going to be rebounding possibly off of an ACL tear. But for the current, the near future right now, the Arizona Cardinals are going to travel to face Denver on Sunday. That's a pretty stout defense, a pretty inept offense, but we don't know what's going to happen with concussion protocol with Russell Wilson. So the reason that I wanted to say that is because if you're like betting, last week I bet I lost all 3 of my bets, but because you gotta bet the games with the spread, and I lost all 3. This is gonna be another trick game because the Broncos are absolutely horrible, but I think defensively they're gonna win the game on defense. Whether or not Russell Wilson comes back doesn't matter. He sucks. So we have to kind of I'm gonna still give you guys those pointers, when we go over Monday Night Football, because it's isolated and single game. I would definitely take the Broncos to win, although it's making me throw up in my mouth a little bit. But ultimately, the Arizona Cardinals are done. So just be very, very careful with that going forward. No way possible he comes back to finish up these last 4 games. And that's pretty much it, man. The Patriots, as far as, like I said, the second half, they played well. They locked down and stuff like that. But I don't see them as a threat at all in the playoffs. So congratulations to you guys, Patriot fans. You guys might have to battle for the last spot with the Jets. Who knows? All right, guys. But other than that, I'm going to see you guys next week. Enjoy your holiday. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Until next time. One love, y'all.